In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can use an area model to multiply when you have a polynomial that's larger than a binomial. So for example, you will see that we have a trinomial in each of these examples, or you can use the distributive property or an extended version of FOIL. So one example will be done with an area model, one example will be done with the distributive property. I'm going to start with the area model. So I have one polynomial that's a binomial, has two terms. So I'm going to have two rows. And I have a trinomial, so that's three terms. So I need three columns. So I'm going to end up finding the area of 6 regions. So we have one side that has the dimensions of x minus 3, and the other side has the dimensions of x squared minus 4x minus 4. And just like if it were a binomial times a binomial, I'm going to find the area of each section using the dimensions for the section. So the top left section is x by x squared. X times x squared is x to the third power. The top middle section is x by negative 4x. That becomes negative 4x squared. And the top right section is x by negative 4, or negative 4x. The bottom left section is negative 3 by x squared, so negative 3x squared. The middle on the bottom is negative 3 by negative 4x. Negative times negative becomes a positive. 3 times 4x is 12x. And the bottom right becomes negative 3 times negative 4, or a positive 12. One shortcut, instead of writing everything out, because we do have all of our terms here, I'm going to circle all of my pairs of like terms, and you'll see they follow a diagonal. So we have x cubed, negative 4x squared plus a negative 3x squared is negative 7x squared. Negative 4x plus 12x is plus 8x plus 12. And that is going to be the product of x minus 3 times x squared minus 4x minus 4. B, if I want to use the distributive property, I need to take n times n squared times negative 2n and times 4. But I also need to take negative 3 times n squared times negative 2n and times 4. So I'm going to start by multiplying n times everything in my trinomial. So we have n to the third minus 2n squared plus 4n. And now I'm going to multiply the minus 3 with everything in the trinomial. So negative 3n squared plus 6n minus 12. I'm going to identify any like terms so that I can simplify my polynomial. And we have n to the third minus 5n squared plus 10n minus 12. And we have the product of n minus 3 and n squared minus 2n plus 4. Now, I'm not saying that one method is better than the other. All I am showing you is that you do have options in how you multiply your polynomials. If you find that an area model is more useful to you, then by all means use an area model. If you're one that would rather draw arcs showing what you're multiplying and write it out and combine your like terms, then by all means use that distributive property and simplify your polynomial. Whatever method works best for you, that's the method I recommend you use.